Hidden warning signs you have an autoimmune disease. When we start to lose hair, we usually blame it on the poor water quality or the new shampoo we just bought. Or when we feel tired all the time, we think it's probably because we work too hard and don't rest enough, or maybe because we're just lazy. But if you're losing hair in great volume, often feel tired, and get a fever on and off, maybe it's time you start taking these signs seriously and consider the possibility of having an autoimmune disease. You heard that right. These simple signs of discomfort can help you probe deeper problems related to your health. According to the Autoimmune Association, around 50 million Americans have some sort of autoimmune disease. But before we dive any deeper into this, let us help you understand an autoimmune disease first. Our bodies naturally have a defense system in place. It includes organs such as the spleen and skin, and also tissues and different kinds of cells. Think of it as your body having its army ready to defend you at any second, no matter what is coming for you. The greatness of this task force is that it knows exactly what to do and at what time. You don't even have to command it. Your cells are designed in such a way that they can recognize certain target sites present on invading particles, such that when they detect a foreign presence, a detailed attack is initiated. That's not all. Our immune cells tend to remember the kinds of microbes that attack us, so that next time it happens, the body can respond to them more promptly. However, there is a downside to this. What happens when your most reliable buddy becomes your worst enemy? Now that's a good storyline for a movie. Sadly, it's based on true events, and what's even more terrifying is that it puts your health at risk. We're talking about autoimmune disease, where the immune system cells are unable to differentiate between the body cells and foreign particles. So what happens is that normal, healthy body cells are ruthlessly targeted by the very same cells that are supposed to protect them. Autoimmune diseases can be very problematic and are mostly considered to be caused by genetic factors. However, some environmental factors, such as something in your diet or being in contact with a toxic substance such as mercury, pesticides, and even some components of cigarettes, have been linked to triggering autoimmune diseases. This all might sound a bit overwhelming. Autoimmune diseases are no joke, but don't worry, because in this video, we're going to help you familiarize yourself with some signs that you can be on the lookout for to check for autoimmune diseases. Number 8. Skin problems. When we say skin problems, we don't mean a specific kind of rash. We mean skin problems, plural. These different kinds of skin conditions can cause redness, itching, accumulation of dead cells, and even pain. Such problems make it so difficult to be comfortable in one's skin. Usually, the skin gets red and swollen because autoimmune diseases tend to cause inflammation all over the body when the immune cells start attacking healthy cells. Many skin diseases are caused by autoimmune disorders, such as a butterfly-shaped rash appearing across the face of a person with lupus, itchiness or redness of skin in a condition called psoriasis, or the development of large fluid-filled blisters on the skin in case of pemphigus. So if you randomly start developing rash or scars and your skin feels itchy, it could be a sign of an autoimmune disease. Number 7. Being tired all the time. The desire to rest on the couch after a long day's work is something we all crave for. But if you sleep well and don't have a job that requires long hours, and still feel like you could sleep all day, every day, then maybe you experience fatigue. Although many nutrient deficiencies can indeed make people feel like they could use a nap, autoimmune diseases also make a person feel tired unnecessarily. Our body has immune cells called cytokines that help control inflammation. Research theorizes that because these immune cells are not functioning properly, their imbalance is responsible for the fatigue that patients with autoimmune diseases experience. Number 6. Muscle pain. If you thought that autoimmune diseases could only make you feel tired, you were wrong. When it comes to autoimmune diseases, unfortunately, it is not just a lack of energy, there's also pain. The immune system cell mistakenly starts attacking the muscle cells, and as a result, people with autoimmune diseases experience pain and even swelling of the muscles. Because of the pain, people start to feel weak and have trouble doing normal tasks. Number 5. Joint pain. Have you ever heard of rheumatoid arthritis? It is one of the most well-known autoimmune diseases, and it happens when, you guessed it, the immune system starts attacking the joints of a person's body. The worst part is that many joints can be attacked at once. The common target sites are the wrists, hands, and knees. Not only does it cause pain, but it badly affects the shape of the joint as well. The joint area gets swollen, stiff, and hurts a lot. People have to limit their movement because of the extreme pain. Number 4. Random fever. If you take good care of your body but still get random fevers, maybe it's time you start questioning whether these fevers are random or they're trying to alert you about a deeper problem. Fever might be uncomfortable to bear, but it helps the immune system in overcoming the foreign invader that tries to harm the body. When the body detects a foreign object, it activates the immune response. When the body heats up during fever, the higher temperature makes it difficult for foreign microorganisms to survive inside the body, and so fever helps the immune system overcome these foreign particles. Number 3. Hair loss. Hair loss isn't a very rare phenomenon, especially for women. We lose hundreds of hair every day. Some men even have baldness due to their genetic makeup. However, the appearance of bald patches on the scalp and the loss of a great volume out of nowhere is a cause for concern. The hair follicles, much like every other part of the body, are attacked by the misguided immune cells, and thus the hair follicles become weak. Hair breaks, and this results in hair loss. Sometimes people lose their eyebrow hair as well. Often people can regrow their hair, but in some cases the hair loss is permanent. Number 2. Having trouble breathing. It might sound like we're exaggerating here, but the immune system doesn't leave your lungs alone either. It starts to attack the lung tissue, and this seriously affects their ability to perform their tasks normally. People may have trouble breathing because the lungs might not be able to bear the costs of the process of respiration, so the body could be getting less oxygen. So you might think that you need to do more cardio to make your heart healthier, but the root cause may be different and may require a different approach to treat the problem. Number 1. Dizziness. Have you ever heard of brain fog, where you're just so confused or don't remember things, or your brain just needs a break? The feeling is so common for people with lupus that it is also referred to as lupus fog. Experiencing some level of vertigo has been reported by many people over the last 2 decades, so much so that feeling dizzy is considered to be a hidden sign pointing towards an autoimmune disease. Since this all has to do with the attack on the sensory organs, the person may also have problems such as ataxia, where speech and balance might be affected. All these 8 signs may have different levels of manifestations, and they may appear together or separately because every person experiences diseases differently as well. But if you start to notice bald patches appearing on your scalp, or if your knuckles and wrists start to hurt so much that you can't even write, maybe you should visit your doctor. Autoimmune diseases are usually managed with the help of medicines and some lifestyle changes. For example, putting a stop to cigarette smoking can help remove the trigger for causing further problems for your lungs. People also make changes in their diet, such as adding more vitamins and useful minerals to boost their health to overcome this disease. When it comes to medications, usually, anti-inflammatory drugs such as NSAIDs and steroids are given to help. Whew, that was a lot to take in. All these signs might point towards a greater problem that might not be observed by everyone, but we're hopeful that after having watched this video, you feel more aware of some signs associated with autoimmune diseases that might be trying to warn your body. However, it is important to note that the mere observation of these signs together or separately doesn't confirm the autoimmune disorder, because the true diagnosis can only come from an experienced doctor. But it might be helpful to note these signs and tell your doctor about your experience to help them understand your condition better. These weren't all the signs that are linked to an autoimmune disorder, and different disorders may have slightly different manifestations. So, if you want to keep up with your health, you can subscribe to this channel so that we can keep you updated on what to look out for.